Hey y'all, it's Allie with the Spiegel Mom Scraps design team, and this week I am scraplifting our guest, Kira Ness, and she has this fun summer layout. So I wanted to do the same thing, but with sequins. I'm pretty sure she used brads behind her title, and I'm going to use sequins. So my title is going to be G-Paw Hugs, because it's this cute little picture of my daughter with her grandpa, who we call G-Paw. And I've got my little tag that says G-Paw, and I've used my cameo to cut out the word hugs. And I'm just going to do this on white cardstock and then back it with the sequins behind it. So first I'm going to go ahead and figure out where I want all of my embellishments to go and my layers. And I'm using some fun pieces and parts from the Fancy Pants Sweet Nothings collection. With this little card, I actually put some little stickers, some alphabet stickers from Felicity Jane on there, and I've already embellished with some little flowers from the Sweet Nothings collection. And then I'm just going to layer up some different papers. I'm using the Sequin Mix Woodsy Wonderland for this layout, and it's got a lot of reds like my dad's shirt in this photo, and then also like a tealy blue color like the balloon and like the tag, and I felt like that kind of went really well with my photo. So I'm just going to keep layering this all up and getting everything exactly where I want it. I tend to be a little bit fussy with twine and how bows look and where their little tails end up, so I kind of mess with that for a while. I also have this little love, the love on the top of the photo. It's one of the things I got from the Target Dollar Spot, which I absolutely love shopping at the Dollar Spot for scrappy stuff, even if it's not necessarily scrappy stuff. I think these were like wine bottle charms, maybe. And I just cut the little charm part off. I'll show you how to do that later. But that also said Happy Mail, and I just wanted it to say happy, so I cut the mail part off. I'm all about just making things usable for what I want. I'm also kind of a stickler for it making sense. I don't know. It's hard to explain. So I'm just going to go through this little book that I've been addicted to using and find a couple stickers that go with my theme here. So this one says, "You are so very loved," and I thought that was perfect, and the letters are in red, so it goes well with my color scheme. So again, I'm going to fuss with the twine a little bit here. Sorry, guys. I know I've talked about these Me and My Big Ideas sticker books in the past. I really love them. And so I'm just going to go through and look for another little sticker. I find a little heart, but I know they're for planning. I get that. But I love putting these on my scrapbook layouts for some reason. There's just so much variety in one little book. So here's the little charm I was telling you about. And then see how it has like a little lip? I just go ahead and cut that off. That's where it like hooks onto the charm or onto the wire part to go onto a wine glass, I think. But anyway. So here it is, all glued down and finished up. And then I've just traced around hugs so I know where my sequins need to go. That way I don't really waste any sequins. Now Kira's kind of had a gradient effect of, certain colors in a line. And I thought about doing that with my sequins and separating them all out and making lines of the colors. And I start to do that. And I quickly realized that, one, it is incredibly time consuming to separate them. And two, I don't really like how it looks. I love sequin mixes when they're completely mixed. It's one of the reasons I love shaker pockets, because the mix looks so good together as a whole that putting each individual sequin doesn't really do it justice. So not only is this time consuming, but it just doesn't flow the way that I want it to. So I end up scrapping that completely and starting over and just kind of placing them randomly and a little bit less saturated, if that makes sense. It was just a little bit too much for me. That it was like so full. But it looks a lot better just kind of random. So once I get all these sequins glued down, I start to back my top layer with that craft foam. So one side is sticky and the other side is not. I use this a lot to add dimension, but I really wanted that dimension between the top layer and the sequin layer so that you kind of get a shadow in between. So I just go through and put this pretty much everywhere I can fit it to make sure all of the little pieces and parts are popped up off of that background layer. And then once that's all finished up, I just go through with my glue and adhere it all down to my sequin layer. And I really love the way this turns out. So you can see I used a lot of foam. So it goes on perfectly like that, and I've even got the little middle part of the bottom G that I'm just going to add in there to make it look more like a G. But that is basically it. This was a super fun layout to lift. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed my process and have a great day. Don't forget to save 15% with the code AllieG15. Bye, y'all.